Hey, what's up everyone? Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids. Today we're looking at the new Nitecore Tini 2. So this is a very cool light, super compact as you can already tell. It is USB-C rechargeable. My favorite thing about it, it has this little display screen which tells you your output and also how much time you have left at that output. So super slick, just very lightweight, compact, and a lot of functionality. So let's talk about this light and then we'll take it out into the night and use it. All right, some of the details. First off, it utilizes two what they're calling OSRAM P8 LEDs, and like I said, a max output of 500 lumens. Your max peak beam intensity is going to be throwing 89 meters, which for a tiny little light like that is pretty impressive. It's got a built-in 280 milliamp hour lithium-ion battery. It has an advanced power cutoff for ultra-low standby power consumption. It's got a couple different settings. You can set it in the daily setting or the demo setting. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let me give you some details here. So you have an ultra low, which is 1 lumen, and that's going to run for 60 hours. You have low, that's 15 lumens, that's going to run for 8 hours. You have a mid, which is 65 lumens for 2 hours and 30 minutes. You have a high, which is 200 lumens for 45 minutes. And then you have your turbo at 500 lumens, that's going to be for 15 minutes. And then they do note here that the runtime of turbo is tested without temperature regulation, but still 15 minutes at 500 lumens for a tiny little light like this, that's pretty slick. Drop resistant to 1 meter and IP54 rated, so don't go dunking this thing underwater. Let's talk through the basic features and functions here. So here's your little screen, power button, and the selector switch. So I'm going to turn this on. It's going to come on at 1 lumen, and then it's going to give you the amount of runtime. So you have 43 hours and 18 minutes for this one. Hit the selector switch up to 15 lumens, 5 hours and 17 minutes. Hit the selector switch, 65 lumens. It's going to give you 1 hour and 41 minutes. You'll see there. Then we have 200 lumens, and that's going to give you 30 minutes. And if I hold it down, it's going to go up to 500 lumens, and that's going to give you 6 minutes left based on the amount of battery power that's in it. So I'm going to turn this off. Now I'm going to hit both of the buttons at the same time, and it's going to go to the other setting here. So now it's in demo setting. Now in the demo setting, if you have it on and you're not using it, let me go to a lower output here. But if you have it on and you're not using it, it's going to count down after you don't basically use it or change the function for 30 seconds. It's going to count down and then basically turn itself off. So there you go, just turn itself off. They do note that their recommendation is that if you're using it as like a keychain light that you're using on a regular basis, then put it in the daily setup, which is basically you have to hit the power button to turn it off. As is true with a lot of flashlights, you're going to hold the power button down and it's going to come on at the ultra low setting. That's 1 lumen. All right, let's take the weight of this thing here with a little keychain clip on, 0.735 ounces. Look at the size real quick. So you're looking at about 1 5/8 inches for your length, and then it's probably just about 1 inch. Yep, just about 1 inch across there. Now, one thing I do want to note is they don't include the USB-C with it, so you're going to have to purchase one of those, or if you have one kicking around, that's great as well, obviously. So here's a quick size comparison all the way down at the end, the Tini 2 that we're talking about. Then we have the Tiki from Nitecore next to it. Then we have the Olight i1R EOS, and then this guy, I always forget the name of this one. This is the Nitecore, this is the tip, yeah, this is the Nitecore tip here. And then we have the Next Torch K11, and then this is the TI, I think, or TI High from Through Night. So obviously a little bit wider than all of these, but size-wise, end-to-end length, it's pretty much the size of the Olight there, which is a very, very small light. One last thing to share about the function is that if you hold down the selector switch and just hold it down when it's totally off, it's going to come on at the 500 lumen output. You let go, and it goes back off. So that's a quick rundown of the specs on the Nitecore Tini 2. Let's take it out into the night and use it. We are outside now testing out the Nitecore Tini 2. I'm 15 feet away from our minivan. Let's go through the different settings. Here it is at the lowest setting. You pick up a little bit of reflection there. So again, that's 1 lumen. Let's go to next level. 15. So 15 lumens at about 15 feet. Let's go up to the next setting. Here's 65. Next setting, here's 200, and then let's go to the 500 level. We're now 30 feet away from the minivan. Let's go through the different settings. Here's 1 lumen. So again, you could get a little bit of the reflection. I will show you that it is on here. That's what it looks like on my hand. Let's go up to the next setting, 15. Next setting, 65. Next setting, 200. And now up to the 500. Back at 65 feet now. Let's go through the different settings. Here's one. Still picking up a little bit of reflection there on the car. Here it is on my hand. Let's go up now to the next one, 15 lumens. Now with the human eye here, you can see it, I would say decent, not great. Not picking up a whole lot on camera. Let's go to 65. So this is 65 lumens at 65 feet. Let's go to 200 here. And now the 500. So 500 lumens at 65 feet away. I'm going to show you the front yard looking off toward the driveway in the minivan, but just so you can get a sense of the flood here. So 1 lumen. Can't really see anything. Let's go to 15. Now with the human eye again, I can see okay. Can't really see anything on camera. Let's go up to 65. 65 here. So shining this off toward the car, I could see probably a third of the front yard now. Let's go up to 200. Obviously you can pick up the car much more effectively now, and I could see the entire yard from me to the car, and probably about 25 or 30 feet wide. And then here at 500, I could see probably, I would say, maybe 40 feet, 45 feet across. So when I'm shining here in the middle, I can probably see from where the car is, probably 15 feet behind it, and then all the way to the front steps. Try another angle here. We're looking at my house, which is about 50 feet away, and we'll go from 1 lumen all the way up to 500 lumens. So let's do 1 lumen looking at the house. Can't really pick up anything on camera. Here's 15. You can start to see the posts on the front porch. Let's go to 65. I mean, you can definitely see the front of the house quite well. Let's go up to 200. Now up to 500. All right, walking back on the path that's going to head back into my yard. Looking down at the path now, 1 lumen, can't really see anything. There's 15. Let's go to 65 here. 65, pretty nice. Let's go to 200. There's the 200. Alright guys, so you've seen it in use, you've heard the details. Let me give you some final thoughts on the Tiny 2 from Nitecore. Bottom line for me is I love this light. The size, the weight, I mean it's super compact, a little bit wider than those other lights I showed you, but no big deal, hanging on a keychain in my opinion. I love the fact that you're getting 500 lumens and some really decent burn time at 500 lumens, and 200 lumens, very good burn time as well. The biggest thing for me is that little LED screen. I mean, the fact that you can know how much burn time you have left is huge, because I don't use my keychain light every single day, but I use it a little bit here, a little bit there, and then, you know, there's a time when I'm like, okay, I got to use it at the highest setting, but then I think, how often have I used it? How much have I used it? How much battery power is left? I got it running on a high setting, and all of a sudden it drops down to the lowest setting because I didn't realize that the battery was worn out. Whereas with this, I can go, okay, if I use it at this setting, I've got 4 more minutes. If I drop it down, I have 15 more minutes, etc., etc. So I just think that's great. Price point for this right now at the time of this video is about 40 bucks. I did find on Amazon a link for I think like 41 or 42 with the USB-C included. So I'll put links down below in the description section if you want to head over to Amazon to check it out. But this thing is definitely a win. Nitecore continues to put out these little keychain lights that are really functional, lightweight, small, and that little LED screen plus 500 lumens. I just think there's lots of wins about this thing. So let's hear your thoughts on it. What do you like? What would you change? And yeah, this thing will definitely be on my keychain for a while, and I'll report in about longer term use. So yeah, let's hear your thoughts in the comment section. Alright guys, thanks as always for checking out the videos here on YouTube. Please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids if you haven't done so already. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check us out on Instagram, Tumblr, and Vero as well. More videos coming soon. Take care.